This is week 2 of the high school football season. And tonight, the Monroe Central Seminoles and the Shadyside Tigers from Fleming Field in Shadyside, along with Joe Eddy and Dale Eddy. This is Jeff Stevens out in the wide open spaces, the visiting crowd, lightning, rainbows, and everything. But batteries willing, we're going to give you football.
We got it all. You're going to see as much of this game as 3 batteries will do. Aaron Cease bringing the Seminoles out, and quite a crowd here for the visitors. Loud, anyway.
We're going to be about 15 minutes late getting started because of some lightning in the area during pregame warm-ups. The crowd's rather late arriving, but I think they all had arrived over in the parking lot, but they're just late coming to their seats. And we're glad to see a nice turnout of fans for our first road game of the year as we continue to watch this young and inexperienced Seminole team grow as the season progresses. Shadyside coming off an opening win at Caldwell last week. They'll be 1-0. But you know, 0-1, Dale's not really uncharted territory for Monroe Central fans because 3 of the last 4 years we've opened with a loss to Magnolia and have rebounded rather well.
Yeah, we're going to be fighting rain and weather all evening long. It's a beautiful day all day, and then game time we get a few sprinkles. So we'll be doing some adjustments.
And we're getting a few sprinkles here as we get ready to start. Monroe Central has won the toss, and they will receive. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be about 15 minutes late starting, but we are going to have football. As I said, we're right out in the open spaces of the Monroe Central fans here tonight, and we're trying to get the camera and the camera lady covered here as it starts to sprinkle. Number 26, John Bobeck, will kick off for the Tigers. Monroe Central will send Adam Conrad, Eric Brown, and Aaron Cease deep.
Thank you, sir.
And we get everything moved around here, get some umbrellas out. We're going to try to be able to see our programs and maybe keep a few stats and everything, but hopefully this rain will pass. It's rather light sprinkle, just enough to be aggravating at this moment.
Yeah, we have kind of dark blue skies to one side and a little bit of sun to the other. We had a beautiful rainbow a little bit ago. So we're going to get this one underway, Coach.
Bobeck of Shadyside kicks away. It's high, and Conrad at the 10-yard line. Up the near sideline, he's the 20. 25, 30, 35, touchback. Midfield, Adam Conrad. He showed last week on a couple punt returns that he's going to be dangerous, and he gives Monroe Central excellent field position to start this game.
He's about the 48-yard line, and that was a nice return for the first play of the game. We'll get the first snap from scrimmage here, but Adam Conrad, as you said last week, doing some nice returning.
They're going to put him down just across midfield. They put the ball at the left hash. Everybody's huddled in the middle of the field, so they'll have to adjust here.
We were pointing out beforehand, we get kind of spoiled at home. We don't have numbers on this side, just on the home side.
The Wolves, between that and this pole, it's going to be in front of us just very shortly. Hand off to TJ Stevens. He's got 5, maybe 7 yards on first down. Offensive line for Monroe Central, number 70, Randall Seifert is the center. Guards are number 64, Tyler Shoemaker, number 66, Daniel Smithberger. Tackles number 77, Jeremy Kinney, number 74, Zach Fronapple. Tight end is number 86, Preston Kilberg. We'll get the remainder in a moment. Gives TJ Stevens 6 yards, second and 4.
Stop made by Grinch, according to the public address announcer.
Jones in motion. Give to fullback Cease. First down. Aaron Cease, formerly known as Aaron Melvin, but now Aaron Cease.
Aaron Melvin.
And he gets a nice gain of 5 yards, and it's a first down.
Mr. Excitement. Anytime he touches the ball.
You've met the 2 fullbacks, number 22, TJ Stevens, number 32, Aaron Cease. They'll be alternating. Number 34, Adam Jones. Number 21, Adam Conrad. Number 20, Eric Brown. And quarterback number 7, Michael Joris. First down, Seminoles. 38-yard line. Brown.
Brown.
Nice gain off the left side.
Third man through the hole. Good gain.
4 yards for Brown on first down. 3 plays, 3 different ball carriers, all positive yardage. You see Christopher Wilson, number 46, replacing Jones as they'll shuttle the plays at that running back position and the fullback position. I know coming in, the coaching staff felt like they could have a better opportunity to move the ball on the ground tonight against Shadyside than against that stingy Magnolia defense a week ago. We get a power wing to the right. George, a hard count. Hands to fullback Stevens.
Still on his feet.
He's near the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 4 yards. They'll put the ball down closer to the 31-yard line. That's called a pickup of 4, 3rd and 2.
9:46 remaining, first quarter. Rain pelting us slightly.
I'm glad somebody thought of this umbrella to bring Dale that you're holding. We just don't have enough hands here to keep track of everybody.
I got a couple. Late in the game, I have a blue one. Just
everybody in front here looks around. They want to know how they can get under this umbrella.
Charlie's not getting
Charlie, you can't get here. 3rd and 2. Jones, first carry, first down, 25-yard line. And the second first down of the night for the Seminoles. Jones has, call it 5 yards and that first down.
Aaron Cease coming back in. Brown will come out.
You know, in discussions last week, Dale, after the game, we thought, boy, it would have been nice 2 times that the Seminoles were down near the end zone. If they could have gotten in, even if you get beat 21-7, from a confidence standpoint, you know, hey, we can put the ball in the end zone.
Exactly.
And the Seminoles will try to prove that right now.
Right here is important, I believe. Oh, big hit.
A hit in the backfield.
Grinch, I believe.
Number 54, and that is Grinch. And Jones is the ball carrier. He's going to lose some yardage. He's going to lose about 4 yards. And one missed assignment, and now you get into a different situation as far as play calling.
Grinch came through pretty much untouched.
That was something that was a concern last week. Seemed like Magnolia had a couple of kids that were blocked very seldom. A very good linebacker, number 41, Smith. It seemed like he spent the whole night in the backfield.
Yes.
2nd and 14, possibly a passing situation. A counter action. That is Stevens. He's going to get the yardage back that was lost on the previous play to about the 25-yard line. Grinch once again on the tackle. That's going to bring up 3rd and 11.
We're getting right into the pole territory here, Coach.
I know the pole's in front of us, but maybe Joe and the camera's far enough to the side and down, and she may be able to still have a pretty decent shot. No monitor for us to work off of tonight, so I'm going to have to move to the side here and try to see on this 3rd and 11. George sprinting right, wants to throw. Sets up, down the middle, incomplete.
So close.
A lot of traffic back there. Ball intended for Conrad, and almost broke into the open, but not to be. That'll bring up 4th and 10 from the 25-yard line. And from this position on the field, obviously, no choice, you go for it.
No choice, you have to go here.
Jones returns, Wilson leaves. 4th and 10.
Not a bad thrown ball, just a little bit long.
But this whole situation now, long yardage set up by the negative yardage a couple plays back on first down, a missed blocking assignment or a great defensive play, whatever you want to call it. Seminoles now need 10 yards on 4th down. George, I believe, is in the shotgun. Sets up, now he's going to scramble.
Pressure, he's down.
And he's down back at the 34-yard line. And the Seminoles' first possession will come up empty. And the grass, I'm sure, is just a little bit wet out there.
Yeah,
initially enough time, but not able to find a receiver. That's going to put the ball back at the 34-yard line. And Shadyside will take over.
7-10, burning up several minutes in that drive, but came up with nothing.
Shadyside with a very nice quarterback at number 14, Koenig, just a junior, but his 3rd year. We'll get that Seminole defense for you in a moment. Shadyside on 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. Koenig
looking to pass.
3 leg right, wants to throw. He's going to keep. He'll be driven out of bounds very hard by
Looks like Wilson.
TJ Stevens. He's going to get up to about the 38-yard line, pick up a 4. Defensively, Seminoles have defensive ends Adam Jones, Preston Kilburn, tackles Randall Seifert, Jeremy Kinney, middle guard Daniel Smithberger, linebackers Tyler Shoemaker, TJ Stevens, secondary of Gabe Gordon, Adam Conrad, Christopher Wilson, and Eric Brown. 2nd and 6. They'll give to the fullback. Not much going. That's number
2 or 3 yards there.
45 is Glasser. Jones and
much up Stevens in the bottom there, along with
Seifert. About 3 yards for Glasser. 3rd and 3. This defensive squad, I feel, played very solid last week against Magnolia, particularly in the second half.
Yeah, I thought that was a big highlight for the Knowles defense. 5 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
3rd and 3. Kernick wants to throw. Pressure from the backside. He drops it out to number 45, Glasser, complete at the 45-yard line. Just a 4-yard pickup, but it'll be a first down for the Tigers.
Not sure what everybody's hearing at home, but there's a lot of noise here. Hard for you and I to even hear each other.
Some good pressure from the backside. That may have been Kilburn from that defensive end, but Kernick was able to do a nice job. Just give the ball out to his fullback in the flat. 4 yards. He needed 3, and that's a first down. Ball at the 45-yard line, still in Shadyside territory. Kernick now wants to bootleg to the left, wants to throw. Kilburn chasing him down. He's hit by Wilson and driven out of bounds on the far sideline. He'll pick up a couple yards.
Pretty nice hit again there by Wilson.
But pretty nice speed by the quarterback, Kernick. As I mentioned at the beginning, Kernick is a junior, but his 3rd year as a starter. Kernick did not play, though, last year in the game at Monroe Central as he was injured. We've not seen him since he was a freshman. They'll send wide receivers left and right. 2nd down and about 7. He'll hand to the tailback, Van Dyke. He's hit after a short gain. Kilburn, along with Smithberger on the tackle, pick up a couple of yards. Third and 5. Nice job by the people in the middle there. Timeout on the field by the officials. Our head referee tonight is Butch Minkemeyer. Looks like Jeremy Kinney has lost a mouthpiece, so that will bring number 55, Nate Schauber, a sophomore, in it to the game as Kinney steps out as he'll need a new mouthpiece or chin guard or something. 3rd and 5. Ball just short of the 50-yard line. No score, first quarter. Kernick straight back, wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He has running room over to the right side, has the first down and more. He's to 30, 25, 20, 15 near the 10-yard line. Mike Kernick will scramble for 40 yards and another Shadyside first down.
Play that looked like it was disaster turned into a big gainer. I thought we had a penalty right down here in front of us about the 25-yard line, but no flags. And the Tigers are cooking right now with 4 minutes and 25 seconds.
When you're early going, Kernick has been getting enough time to look around and to scramble and do what he wants. He's only thrown the ball once, but scrambled 3 times. They'll give to Van Dyke. He'll be inside the 5. Near the 3-yard line, call it the 4. Pickup of 6. Shadyside can get a first down inside the 1-yard line, I believe. So it's going to be 2nd and about 4 from the 4-yard line. big test for the Seminole defense. After the problems last week, you really don't want to fall behind early in the game. They give to Van Dyke.
Van Dyke.
He's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Looked like Wilson had him first. Conrad and Brown also there. Short pickup of maybe a yard. 3rd and about 3 from the 3 near the 4-yard line. Really looked like probably no gain at all by Van Dyke as they spot him back at the 4-yard line. Third and 3. Ball on the 4-yard line. They send a couple receivers wide left. Need to watch the tight end on the right in this situation. Koenig drops back. He's looking toward the tight end. Again, flushed out and room to run. Runs out of room, sidesteps a man.
And he's stopped.
After a lot of running about the line of scrimmage.
I don't believe he gained, maybe even lost.
Conrad had a shot at him in the backfield, and then it looked like Jones
along with Kinney.
Maybe finishing up, and Kinney on the far sideline, back about the line of scrimmage. 4th down now from the 4-yard line. 4th and a little more than 3. Shadyside will go for it on 4th down. Maybe our first real big play of the night. They have 3 receivers wide, 2 left and 1 right. Man in motion now gives him 2 receivers to the right. Koenig drops across the middle, incomplete. Preston Kilburn put good pressure on from the backside, made the hit. I believe the ball is intended for the tight end, Amato on the left side. It falls incomplete, so the Seminole defense does a great job.
And the crowd responds. 1 minute, 51 seconds.
We're going to get a stoppage of play. I believe the officials are going to take an official timeout on this still very warm evening, and this gives the fans a chance to come to their feet and applaud those defensive players. 1:51 remaining in the first period. We are scoreless. As the evening wears on, Dale, it's safe to say we'll probably try to stop the camera and save batteries during some of these breaks in the action rather than talk through the timeouts.
Yes, that's a good guess here early anyway.
And that was an official's timeout. Still rather warm, rather humid, so they may do that a few extra times during the course of the evening to give the young men a break.
Good opening.
Jones, he has running room. He's to the 40. He has an escort. He gets a block from Aaron Cease. And Adam Jones goes 96 yards for a touchdown. And that's the way you turn a nice defensive stand into points.
And I would think this might qualify for contention in the Citizens National Bank Play of the Week, I would hope. Very nice job there, Aaron Cease. But step for step.
Also, a very nice job by Aaron Cease running right with Jones, knowing there was people behind and just stepping in front.
Yes.
Because if you drop down and hit a guy below the waist, that's a penalty. So he just kind of screened, and Adam Jones makes it 96 yards. If it had been 98, I'm not sure Adam could have made it.
Yes. He kind of collapsed right at the end. Great job, Adam Jones on the board, 134.
Chris Yoho's kick is low and blocked.
I believe he slipped. I believe Christopher may have slipped right at the end there. Looked like he went to the ball and slipped. So 6-0. First score of this inaugural season for these young Noles.
And the first touchdown, as you say, of the season. And I was just about ready to say before the snap that maybe you don't do anything too fancy, from deep in your territory. But that was not a fancy play.
That wasn't fancy.
That was just a halfback, off tackle. He bounced to the outside, and once he got out in the open, he had a lot of green turf and not too many orange jerseys. So an excellent job.
I thought the biggest problem he might have is Aaron may run over him about the 30-yard line.
But a screen block thrown by Aaron Cease down the field, which was the key, because they were gaining ground on him.
Yeah, they had him.
And as I said earlier there, you like to score first at any time, but especially when you have inexperienced young kids that are trying to grow as the game progresses. And after losing last week 21-0, you really want to get on the board first.
And you've got to feel confident. I mean, the kids have to feel confident right now. You know, they came down and they didn't get the score in, but they held in a very key situation, and then were able to come back and score. So a lot of things happened here in the first quarter. We're about to end it.
It seems like every year, Dale, we have one of those long runs. I remember last year, first game of the season, Derek Griffith going 99 yards for a touchdown. I can remember a few years back, Luke Shoemaker going 90 yards a couple of times for scores, and there's probably some others that escape me. So, it's nice to see those long games turn into points. Jones now has his breath and kicks off. It's a little bit short. Ongley will take the kick and be brought down on the far side by Wilson, I believe, number 46, Christopher Wilson.
I believe 46. They're going to have fairly good field position here, but
not a real deep kick, but I'm sure that you can forgive Adam Jones for maybe still being a little winded there after that long run. Shadyside will put the ball in play at the 38-yard line. As we said earlier, we're having a little bit of trouble here, picking out the yard markers, but it is the 38-yard line. 1:29 remaining first quarter, 6-0 Seminoles. They'll go to the ground, and Van Dyke, and he has a nice run.
Yes.
He's across the 45 near the 46-yard line, about 8 yards.
As you can, I don't know if you can see it on the screen or not, but the rain coming back.
A few sprinkles. Number 32, Van Dyke, was a key performer last week for Shadyside. He had around 100 yards, I believe, 4 touchdowns. Complimented real well by number 32, Glasser. Tonight, the big gun running the ball has been the quarterback, Koenig. They'll hand the ball to Glasser. He'll have a first down at the near midfield. Give him 3 yards. Again, we're going to try to get the camera covered. There's a few sprinkles.
This is an endless task.
But it is a Shadyside first down. I believe they're third of this, the first period. We are now inside 35 seconds, just shy of midfield. They'll give to Van Dyke. He'll running room, left side. He'll get down near the 42-yard line. 8-yard pickup.
2 really nice runs by Van Dyke.
And that, I believe, will probably bring us to the end of period number 1, as we are less than 10 seconds. It'll be second down and 2. Shadyside will just stay in the huddle. We played a period. Monroe Central 6, Shadyside nothing.
A good football team works together.
Number 2 underway. We see Adam Jones getting a breather, replaced by Aaron Cease. Second down and a couple. The fullback Glasser has some running room and another Shadyside first down.
3 or 4 yards there. And
so as they did the first time, Shadyside has put together a couple nice plays, 2 first downs, and are moving the football. Line of scrimmage will now be the Monroe Central 37-yard line. Just underway, second period. Tigers have attempted just 1 pass thus far. They'll give the ball to Van Dyke.
Van Dyke.
He's going to break out of a tackle and get some yardage. He was hit in the backfield by Seifert. But he's going to end up getting some yardage.
3 possibly.
Smithberger and Kenny and others finished him off to the 34-yard line. We'll call the gain 3 yards by Van Dyke. Almost a big play there, but you give the running back credit for getting some yardage. One of Shadyside's major concerns coming into the year was their offensive line, and a big rushing performance by Tigers last week, and off to a pretty good start on this night. 2nd and 7. Koenig drops, wants to throw. underthrown, incomplete. Number 10, Long Ongley, was the intended receiver.
Covered out there by Brown. I believe he could have been open. It looked like it was thrown inside, and if he had gone deep, he might have had the man open.
Also a case where the receiver may have tried to come back and may have slipped down a little bit.
You never know. The ball may have slipped down to the quarterback's hands. You know, lots of factors. 10 minutes, 39 seconds. 6-0.
Number 10, Ongley, is about 6 foot tall. You know, a little bit of a height advantage over there, but we've seen people try Eric Brown out before with a height advantage, and it hasn't worked real well for him.
No, he's
third and 7.
Players you're going to find in motion. 32.
Koenig wants to throw. He'll step up and be hit and dropped. T.J. Stevens made the hit after a short gain. He's going to be at about the 33-yard line. A pickup of only about a yard by Koenig. 4th down, and they call it 6 as we near the 10-minute mark remaining in the first period, or in the first half. Koenig wants to throw back to a screen to the right. It's complete, but dropped on the far side. That may be T.J. Stevens once again.
Yes, it is.
Caught by Van Dyke, I believe, on the far side. The play will probably lose about a yard on the completed pass, but on 4th down, Monroe Central will take over.
We have this gigantic umbrella and about half of it.
Yeah, and none of it's covering either one of us.
But it sure looks good.
I'd say this umbrella has seen its better day.
I think. Looks like it was struck with lightning here.
Nice job by the Seminole defense once again.
Jones, I believe.
Adam Jones.
Trying to get to the outside. Pressure, cutting back in. He got 3 yards possibly. Grinch again, a name that we've been calling a lot this evening, or at least the public address announcer has.
3 yards, 2nd and 7. Seminoles will come out with 2 wide receivers. A pro set, which we've not really seen a lot of. Straight dive play. That
Nothing
may be
there.
Brown. That was
Wilson.
Christopher Wilson with his first carry. He'll get about a yard. We see number 60, Keith Kyer, in along the offensive line. Adam Jones is once again out here getting a breather on the side.
64, I believe, is Shoemaker, if I'm not mistaken. Tyler Shoemaker coming in.
Yeah, Kyer had been in for a play previously there for Shoemaker, carrying the play in 3rd down and about 7. Shadyside a little late matching up to the formation, but now they're all right. George wants to throw. Has time. He's going to lob it out for Kilburn. And
first down, I believe.
He may have the first down. We'll stop play as they're going to take a look at it, I believe.
I wouldn't think. Well, I guess it depends on where he can.
They're going to bring the chains in and take a look at it. From here, I can't see exactly where it's marked, but it looks like he definitely has enough for the first down.
Yeah, that's what I would think. I mean, he looked like he had the momentum unless...
But they'll stretch the chains across the
placement.
field. And from here, it looks like by nearly a yard, first down. Preston Kilburn with his first catch of the evening. For another first down. As they'll wind the clock, as we are near the 8-minute mark remaining in the first half. Ball at the 44-yard line. That is Wilson. He'll have near 5 yards. Sophomore Christopher Wilson. And you have to like the amount of yardage that has been gained by running the football. You know, Coach Lacosta, definitely wants to establish the running game.
Yeah, I think he needs to get, the team needs to get comfortable so that Joris can be comfortable back there to throw it. I believe he's going to be able to throw the ball, but...
And he will attempt it.
He'll try one here. He's got a lot of pressure.
He'll flip it out. That is
It is complete.
That's Preston Kilburn, and that's a nice catch. And a nice foam ball, just kind of touch pass over top the defender. Give Kilburn 11 yards on the reception.
Under a lot of pressure also. He had heat coming in. He held his composure.
Well, Michael got a good workout last week running away from pressure.
Yes, he certainly
did. He's done a nice job a couple of times tonight. And that was an example as he was able to get outside the pocket and find Kilburn.
Kind of experienced by far last week.
As they get the chain set on the sideline. First home game of the year.
I believe everything was there. They just weren't sure it was.
But another first down.
7 minutes, 10 seconds.
The ball now resting at the 35-yard. Now I'm going to take that back. That would have been a 16-yard gain, I believe, on the play before. Mix up in the backfield. George is going to try to run it and get some yardage.
And picked up possibly 4.
Definitely a broken play. But George will end up picking up at least 3 yards on the play. It's always encouraging when you're able to get something positive out of a play that could very easily have went for negative yardage. And we're going to get a stoppage, and we're going to have our first penalty flag of the night from the field judge on the far side. And we get applause from the Seminoles, and that will mean encouragement, Tigers.
Somebody merely lined up in the neutral zone, I would assume.
So 5 yards now will make it second and about 2.
Second and very short.
The ball now at the 26-yard line. And that puts you in a great situation now down here at this end of the field. If you want to throw to the end zone, it might be worth a gamble on second down. A straight dive to Jones, and he will lose yardage. And that will back it up to the 27, 28-yard line.
The play didn't look smooth from the beginning. It's disaster written all over it.
So now on third down, we're going to get a stoppage and play as Monroe Central will call timeout. 5:40 left in the first half. Monroe Central 6, Shadyside nothing. Back from that Monroe Central timeout. 3rd and 3 for Monroe Central at the Shadyside 28-yard line. They need just across the 25 for first down. They'll give to T.J. Stevens. He'll have the first down and more.
And more. Ball about the 21, 22-yard line.
That's going to be about 6 yards, but we do have a flag. And this may offset that first down.
May not be good.
And this will be against Monroe Central. Holding. Seminoles, there will be no first down, and that's going to be a big step off and going to create a 3rd and long situation. The gain by Stevens was good for the first down, but that will be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. They'll take it back to about the 32 or 3-yard line. That'll be 3rd down and
at least
about 8. the first Monroe Central penalty.
And not a good place or time for it. 5:28 remaining in this half.
I guess there's never a good time for a penalty, but
No,
especially not when you're driving and you're down near the 20-yard line. But again, 2 opportunities to get the yardage, so no need to go up and get fancy here on the first one. Joris in the shotgun. The snap was low. Joris will cover it.
And he's down.
Back at the 46-yard line. And we're going to get a
First
foul.
foul.
And this may be a break for the Seminoles.
Number 56 there, I can't.
Joris is going to lose about 14 yards on the play. We'll see as the officials sort out this penalty. Butch Minkemeyer, the head referee, threw the flag at the spot of the contact. Joris covered the ball on the ground and then got up and then was hit by a Shadyside player. This is going to cost Shadyside, I'm sure, 15 yards. It'll probably be a dead ball foul, so it's still going to be 4th down. So the play will count. So the 15-yard step off is going to actually net the Seminoles probably about a yard on the play. So it'll be 4th down and about 6 from the 31-yard line. Shadyside faithful not real happy. Fourth down and 6. Ball on the 31-yard line. Joris going to run the option. He'll slip down and get no gain. So a promising Seminole drive will end on downs after a costly holding penalty. And the defense, with 4:43 left in the first half, will go to work again. Shadyside will be at their own 33. It is still 6-0 thanks to the Adam Jones 96-yard touchdown run late in the first period. Koenig wants to throw. He's going deep. He's got a man. He doesn't have a man.
Incomplete.
Number 10. Ongley, once again, the intended receiver. Eric Brown on coverage. I can't really see the out-of-bounds line, but even if he had been able to make the reception, he may have been out of bounds. 2nd and 10. Koenig now 2 of 5, but just 3 net yards through the air.
Kind of going for it all there. 4 minutes, 37 seconds. I'm sure they would like to end this half with at least a tied score, if not a 1-point lead.
Second and 10. Koenig is going to roll to the left. He has pressure. He'll step away from some pressure, be driven out of bounds. Kilburn was in pursuit. He was able to get some help from Stevens and Smithberger, Shoemaker, and
possibly Wilson.
No flag. The announcer threw me off there for a minute as he said flag. Give Koenig on that scramble about 4 yards, maybe 5, call it 4 yards. Shadyside quarterback Koenig has done a nice job scrambling. Give him 5, 3rd and 5. Even though the scoreboard says 2nd down, it is 3rd down. 3 receivers to the right. Koenig wants to throw. Slips down.
And he's down. I'll tell you what, the weather playing hazard both ways.
We'll take the sack.
Yes.
Loss of 7, 4th down and about 12. And I noticed down in front there, Coach Sherman looked like he was not real happy with somebody. So we must have had a mistake somewhere, that maybe it's a good thing Koenig did go to the ground. But they'll bring on a Shadyside punting situation. But first, the Tigers want a timeout. 3:59 left in the first half. Monroe Central holds on to a 6-0 lead. number 26 Boback punt formation. Our first punt of the night. It's high and very, very short. Conrad showing no fear.
No fear.
Comes up and makes that reception once again, but it's a fair catch. So a good job, but you don't want that ball to hit and skip on this wet grass. So Adam Conrad at the 40-yard line.
It's not an automatic thing with the moisture on the ball. And a nice job standing there. He got the fair catch, 3 minutes, 50 seconds. Back in business.
And once that ball hits the ground, it may roll another 15, 20 yards. So, I kind of teased Adam about, having no fear and not knowing what a fair catch was after last week. Well, he knew what it was, and that's a key play. Good field position at the Monroe Central 40-yard line. Brownie in motion. Give to Jones, and he'll push forward and may fight back near the line of scrimmage. But Adams found it going pretty tough with the exception of that one long, great run. And he made it to the end zone. And as a matter of fact, he may lose a yard.
They seem to have that sniffed out. He's immediately accosted when he touches the ball. 3 minutes, 20 seconds, moving clock. Get to halftime and readjust here, and maybe second half will go better.
I have the Seminoles for at least 5 plays that have went for negative yardage from scrimmage. And that's not a good situation. George wants to throw. He gets it to Conrad. Defensive back slipped. Conrad steps away from a couple guys and will get some yardage.
A couple pretty nice moves by Conrad. Pick up a...
we've seen offensive people slip. There's an example where the defensive man slipped, but he was able to get back up. That's a danger right there of slipping down and causing a big play. Conrad's first catch of the night. Pickup of 7. Third and about 4. Off tackle, T.J. Stevens, not much. And we'll probably see the first Seminole punt of the night. Stevens fighting back to the line of scrimmage. No gain, and we will get our first Monroe Central punt. Number 44, Gabe Gordon, handling those duties at this point of the season. And Shadyside is going to call a timeout with 2:03 left. They'll have 1 remaining. Shadyside deep man Ongley and Dunsmore. Gabe Gordon, freshman, punt formation. Good snap, no pressure. Line drive. Dunsmore at the 24. He'll be hit, trying to get to the outside. If he can get the corner, he's got some room, and he does, and be driven out of bounds on the far side, about the 45-yard line, but about a 20-yard return by Dunsmore. The return was to go left, but he was able to get outside to the right, turn the corner, and put Shadyside in pretty nice field position with 1:48 left in the first half. Tigers with 1 timeout remaining. So Seminole defense now will try to do the job this last 1:48 here and keep the Tigers off the board. And it sure would be great to take a 6-0 lead into the locker room at halftime.
It certainly would.
Shadyside may be forced to throw the ball, considering the time factor. And Koenig will drop. He's got some pressure.
Oh,
he flips it away, and we're going to get a flag.
We got a flag.
T.J. Stevens on a linebacker blitz made the play in the backfield. I'm sure the call is going to be intentional grounding. And we'll see what the call is. He's going to pick it up. There is no penalty. Which leads that question, if there's no penalty, why did he throw it to start with?
That's right.
Goes as an incomplete pass. But again, good pressure by T.J. Stevens. And over the course of the night, that pressure will pay off. And you may look for Coach Sherman to be aggressive defensively. And we've not mentioned in the past, Coach Pat Singleton is in temporary retirement this year, so David Sherman is the defensive coordinator of this Seminole team. Koenig drops straight back. Has the time, again. Has no time. Now he's going to throw it downfield, and it's tipped and knocked out.
Oh, knocked away.
Onley and Van Dyke were both there. Conrad and Gordon defensively. Conrad made the play, But it's another incomplete pass. That ball stayed up a long time. And I believe if you ask Adam, he would tell you he should have made the interception, but he was able to knock it away enough that it's incomplete. 3rd and 10. A little bit of pressure that time. After a moment, I believe Jeremy Kinney,
I believe, was first in.
Forced Koenig to step up, but he still had time to throw. I believe he also could have run the ball, but from the situation, I'm sure he wanted to try to get the big play. 3 Shadyside receivers are to the left. Koenig straight back again, quick out, incomplete. It is incomplete. I hesitated for a moment after I said that. Van Dyke had the ball hit off his hands, but again, some pressure up front. And I believe Seifert was there and may have had a hit on the quarterback. 4th down, so whatever ideas Shadyside had of using their timeouts and getting some yardage, there's 3 incomplete passes. Bobeck will punt. 21 Conrad, 20 Brown deep. 1:29 left, first half. Good snap, kicks away. A much better kick, very deep kick. Conrad takes it at the 15. Tries to get to the outside, has some running room.
Has room.
Still on his
Lots
feet.
of room.
Midfield, Adam Conrad. We've only played a game and a half, Dale, but Adam Conrad is showing that he's a threat, whether it be a kickoff return or a punt return. He's going to have Monroe Central out across midfield. 1:14 before half, 2 timeouts.
Anything can happen.
Coach may take a shot at it. But a great kickoff return by Conrad to start the game. A nice punt return there. A couple of real decent punt returns last week. Ball on the bobble to snap. Joris going deep. He's going for Conrad. Overthrown. The timing was a little bit off. It looked like Joris had a little trouble with the snap coming out from center, but still was able to throw it up. And incomplete. Conrad is fast, but just not quite that fast.
Almost looked like he had changed his speed there, like he was looking for something different. 1:10, 6-0.
And what was a very quick first half has really slowed down. Seems like quite some time ago there was 2 minutes left in the half, and now there's 1:10 left. 4 straight incomplete passes, and a couple of timeouts later, it's still raining.
And still raining.
Toss.
Brownie,
I believe, but he didn't get out of bounds. He's going to get about 4 yards. Clock continues to run. At this point in time, Monroe Central is content to let that clock run. 3rd and about 6. Ball at the 44-yard line, we'll call it. Joris drops straight back, wants to throw. Across the middle, incomplete. Intended for Kilburn. He had Van Dyke near him, and the ball was overthrown. So 4th down. Little hands contact, I believe, on Kilburn as he went across the middle, or at least that was the indication from Coach Sarcosta on the sideline. As usual, receiving no satisfaction from the striped shirts. 4th down now, so we'll see Gordon once again in punt formation. 27 seconds.
Single man back.
Low snap. No pressure. He'll get it away. And it's very effective over near the sideline. Going to hit. They'll take a bad bounce from Monroe Central and be covered out of bounds by the Seminoles. Kilburn makes the coverage at the 25-yard line. Only about a 19-yard net punt, but considering the low snap, very effective. Now Shadyside with only 1 timeout remaining. Scoreboard says 2, but I'm quite certain they've called a pair of timeouts. We'll see if they try something big or if they just go to the locker room. Adam Conrad is 25 yards, almost 25 yards off the line of scrimmage as the free safety. Koenig will drop, and he will sprint to the right, throw a short pass to Van Dyke, and he will be dropped on the sideline. Adam Jones, they say, makes the play. It is a completed pass. 4 seconds left. Shadyside will use their last timeout. It's a 5-yard pickup to Van Dyke, but a very painful 4 or 5 yards for him.
He paid for that. With 4 seconds here, I would assume they will throw it up one last time. And the Knowles have done some nice things, just not consistently. 6-0 is the big score, the big figure on the scoreboard.
Adam Conrad was nearly 25 yards off the line of scrimmage on that last snap. He will be somewhere near that, if not more, and probably has some company on this one, as it might as well be 2nd down and goal, or 2nd and 70, with just 4 seconds remaining, barring a penalty or some strange occurrence. Try to get some pressure on. We see that Aaron Cease is in the game in this passing situation in place of Jeremy Kinney. Amato, number 16, is wide to the left. They have 3 receivers wide to the right. Kernick is under center. It's a 2-man, 3-man rush. He's going to throw it as far as he can and be intercepted. Brown is still on his feet. Eric Brown coming across the field. He's got some running room. Midfield, he runs out of running room at the 40-yard line where Glasser will bring him down. Eric Brown with his 2nd interception of the season. And that's the way the first half will end. Monroe Central 6, Shadyside nothing.
Doctors Eva Giro and Bob.
Yeah, partial visiting crowd. You can tell it's time to go back. 6-0. Halftime show by the Monroe Central Band. Again, very nice. Sorry that we had nothing but the hindquarters.
Reverse angle.
Yeah, reverse. There you go. That's good. Reverse angle. But we're kind of over here on the visitor side, up in the top bleachers. Thank goodness. We had some people do some nice things for us. Joe and Chris Hoff put their umbrella down, so at least we have a shot.
Hopefully the rain will stay away. We don't have to worry about that anymore. But, you know, kind of a steady, light rain through the majority of the first half.
But the humidity certainly has held.
Shadyside will get the ball and start the 3rd period. Adam Jones from Monroe Central will kick off. Line drive kick. Number 44, Beltrando at about the 15. Sidesteps over near the sideline and hit hard on the sideline. Number 80, John Michael Spielman, up off the pile and sprinting to the sideline on that play.
A nice hit, whoever it was. I couldn't see the number, but I suppose Spielman was it.
Shadyside will start from the 40-yard line. Pretty good field position. The Tigers just 85 yards of offense in the first half, and most of that was their first possession. But pretty good field position. They'll get back to the ground, and Van Dyke, he's got
possibly 4 or 5.
Looks like maybe Shoemaker, Tyler Shoemaker. Adam Jones also there. Van Dyke picks up 5. Shadyside kind of abandoned the running game there after their first 2 possessions. And he was able to gain a little bit of yardage. Now we'll see what happens here as they get 5 on 1st down starting the 3rd quarter. They'll give it to Glasser, and he'll be wrapped up in the backfield. There's T.J. Stevens, who has played an outstanding game defensively thus far. No gain.
T.J. Stevens on the tackle.
We've seen T.J. Stevens through the gap a couple times there and making plays in that backfield. That creates a 3rd down and 5 situation. When you're nursing a 6-0 lead, you're just always fearful of that one big play to get you. 3rd and 5. Shadyside wants to throw. Koenig trying to roll to the right. Tipped and incomplete. The ball was deflected. Amato, number 16, the intended receiver, but it will go incomplete, and I could not tell from across the field who made a defensive tip on the ball, but it is an incomplete pass. Shadyside will be stopped, and that will send number 26, John Boback, into field position, or into punt position.
Conrad and Wilson, I believe, back for the
And
Knowles.
Seminoles appear to be, and we're going to get a stoppage of play, as they must have seen some lightning. And just at the end of the first half, I thought back over to our right, which would be to the west, I did think I saw a little bit of lightning. So they're going to stop play.
And I guess we'll stop cameras.
All right, so we'll be back in a few minutes.
10 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter.
By the time we start back, Dale, you're going to be just a little bit better than an hour and 10 minutes since this delay at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And add that on to the 15 minutes that we were late at the start of the ball game. It's made for a very, very long night.
Certainly has. And we were talking, you know, while we were on that delay. I don't remember this ever happening. I remember a delay, a short delay, a couple years ago, but extended delay like this.
We had a delay last year at home against Fort Bragg.
Yes, we did. That's right.
In my 20 or so years since I've been back involved in teaching and around football, this is the, I think, 6 times that I remember being involved in a delay, and 3 of them have been here at Shadyside. Twice with Monroe Central and once when I was with Bellsville. Boback will kick, and we're back in action. Conrad will take the ball and be covered immediately. And Adam Conrad very slow to get up after taking a very big hit. And that's one of the dangers when you show a lot of courage back there making a play, is that you're going to take a hit.
I couldn't see the number of the train that hit him, but
from where I stand, the pole was right in my way. I know that prior to that snap, you know, Eric Brown was on the sideline and was not back with Adam Conrad. Eric had some type of an injury or illness has incurred, you know, sometime prior to that. Now Adam Conrad is down after taking a big hit, and it looked like he just, you know, slid a little bit in the grass as he took that hit. So hopefully this is not anything too serious.
certainly a good sign, Coach. Adam coming off the field.
Doug Snyder out there taking a look at him. They're walking off. Student trainer Andrew McIntyre also out there, and Coach Acosta. Now with Conrad and Brown both on the sidelines, that's going to force a couple of new bodies into play. So 10 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the third period. It's been a long time since Monroe Central's had a hand on the football.
Certainly has.
They'll give to Stevens. TJ with some running room across near the 30-yard line. Christopher Wilson is one of the backs that has entered the lineup. They'll put Stevens to the 29, pickup of 6.
Second down 4 at the Seminole 29.
Second down and 4. Power I in the backfield by Monroe Central. That's Adam Jones. And since that early run,
yes,
it's been tough for Adam.
Tackle made by Brandon Holmes along with Donnie Van Dyke.
So 3rd and 4.
Third down 4.
You know, big play here is you like to keep the ball and try to get a little momentum going with this 6-0 lead. John Michael Spielman is the split end left as he's replaced Conrad. We get trips formation to the left. Jorce hands off to his fullback, I believe, Stevens. The pickup is minimal.
It's going to be well short of a first down.
Couple yards for Stevens. Glasser on the tackle for Shadyside is going to bring up 4th and 2. So Monroe Central will be forced to give the ball up. Less than 8.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Gordon to punt to Ongley, and low snap, and Gordon touched the ground. I think his knee must have been on the ground when he took the snap. That's going to give Shadyside a big break back at the 24-yard line. Make it the 19-yard line, a loss of 12. I know exactly what you want to have happen after this long delay and everything else. You just don't like the way things are developing here as Shadyside and their best offensive opportunity since early in the first period. Seminole defense will need to rise to the occasion once more. They'll give to Van Dyke. He'll be
Van
hit
Dyke hit
and
right
covered
behind that pole
after a short gain. Tyler Shoemaker, Christopher Wilson, and possibly T.J. Stevens. A couple yards for Van Dyke, 2nd and 8.
And there we're right here in this position on the field where the pole is going to be right in the middle of our picture. So listen carefully to Coach, and we may not see all of it.
If I can get down far enough, Dale, here, maybe I can at least describe what's happening. Maybe a nice loss here would help. Koenig wants to throw. He's going across the middle, and it's overthrown.
Way overthrown. Had a man open in the middle of the seam there, but ball overthrown. Some pressure underneath.
Amato, I believe, was the intended receiver.
Number 10, I believe.
Ongley's number 10, and Amato, number 16, was in the area. Amato, 6'3". Kind of a surprise that the Tigers have not looked in his direction a little bit more. 3rd and 8. The ball at about the 16-yard line of Monroe Central territory. Shadyside will overload the formation to the right. Koenig wants to throw. He's going to the side. It's knocked away. Bobeck was the intended receiver. Adam Jones makes a defensive play. 4th down and 8. The ball's still at about the 17-yard line of Shadyside, or of Monroe Central. Shadyside's ball. Fourth and 8. Probably another passing situation for the Tigers. They have 2 receivers to the left. Koenig drops, has pressure, scrambles, and is sacked.
And he's sacked.
Randall Seifert, I believe Preston Kilburn were 2 of the people that were very key to that. A loss on the play for Koenig. Seminoles will take over on downs.
Dodged a bullet there.
Loss of 4, but the big part of that is Seminoles get the ball back, and the defense once again steps up and does a nice job and allows the Tigers nothing. Nice long play here, Dale. Get us away from that pole would be nice.
Yes. Get out toward the middle of the field or the right-hand side.
A mix-up in the backfield. Shadyside coming hard.
Loss of 4, 3.
They'll put it back to about the 18-yard line. They said
3.
Stevens on the carry, but I'm not sure if Jorce and Stevens were ever able to make the exchange. So 2nd and 12, and then once again the offense is not able to get anything going here in this third period. And really, with the exception of the long run, first half, the Seminoles had about 140 yards of offense, but 96 of those coming on the Adam Jones touchdown run. Joris is going to try to keep, gets the outside, get back near the original line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line. 3rd and 10. Tiger defense after the long intermission and the delay at the start of the third quarter comes out with a purpose. And one thing we talked about was,
say the least.
Whose advantage. But at that point in the game, I'm not sure that it's really either team's advantage. Again, I'm sure you're seeing nothing on your screen right now other than a big pole.
Don't have that on the other side of the field.
3rd and 10. George to the shotgun. He drops. Going down the middle, has a man, complete.
Now it's a foot race.
Long run,
And
Adam
this is
Conrad, end zone, Adam Conrad, touchdown. And whatever the injury was a moments ago, Dale, Adam feels a lot better. First varsity touchdown pass from Michael Joris. First varsity touchdown for Adam Conrad. That was 80 yards. And boy, is it nice to get a 2-touchdown lead.
Certainly is. Certainly is. The flow of the game didn't feel very well here when we were down at the 20-yard line. Tigers looking good. And just that quickly, nice throw, great catch, and a dive into the end zone.
The Seminole outfit trying to become a big play team. 2 touchdowns tonight, covering 96 and now 80 yards. That one, Conrad from Michael Joris. A combination that we should see many times over the next 3 seasons. Seminoles to go for 2. Stevens will run inside and get little.
Very little.
But 5:28 remaining in the third quarter. Monroe Central 12, Shadyside nothing.
Well, Coach, I tell you, at home, I hope you can hear that as loud as we can here. You know, the cowbells ringing and the crowd really to their feet. 12-0, 5:28. Certainly has been an interesting evening.
Well, if anybody at home tapes these games and now watching that tape, I think that would be worth going back and looking at a couple of times on the tape. And would Lance be willing for Citizens National Bank plays of the game? Because that's a big one too, because as I mentioned earlier, when you're still in that 6-0 lead, a touchdown extra point puts you behind. Now, even though you've not been able to get the extra point either time, you're up 12-0. Shadyside's passing game thus far has not really timed up. They have just 7 yards net passing at this midway point in the third quarter.
And another big thing for this play, you've got a couple young players who this could be a big turnaround for them, momentum-wise, getting their enthusiasm up, and their confidence level up.
Well, whatever happened to Conrad on that punt return in his injury, it didn't affect his speed.
He doesn't feel a thing right now.
Jones, line drive kick over Onley's head. It's going to roll to the end zone. Touchback. Shadyside will have the ball on the 20-yard line. Nice line drive kick by Adam Jones.
And we mentioned, I believe off air, but mentioning on air now, Coach Fox is in the house.
We've been here so long, Dale, I don't remember what we mentioned on the air and what was off the air.
Good to see you, Coach Fox.
A lot of people, a few people, I don't want to say a lot of people, during that long lightning delay were headed for home. Yeah. So maybe they're tuned in now to see what they missed. We hope so. Shadyside at their own 20-yard line. Koenig wants to throw. He'll go out in the flat to Van Dyke. Jones will pull him out of bounds, or near the out of bounds line over there. A pickup of very little. The pickup on the play only about 2 yards. Jeremy Kinney checks out of the front. And what appears to be passing situations on nearly every down for Shadyside. They're going to get some quicker people in and maybe an extra defensive back. Koenig wants to throw again. Looking downfield, has time. Amato, the tight end, had it, lost it. Christopher Wilson was the defender. It's third down.
Right in his hands.
As I mentioned earlier, Amato is a big target, 6'3". He would be the young man that played quarterback last year in the Monroe Central game for the Tigers because Koenig was injured. He has been a quarterback previously, but not able to make that play. And Shadyside seems to have disregarded the running game entirely. We're still in the third quarter. Amato split wide left. Koenig to throw again. Downfield, near the sideline, incomplete. Couldn't see who the intended receiver was, but it will bring up another Shadyside punt. By my count, Shadyside has rushed the ball 20 times from scrimmage and have attempted to pass 16. Not a real good split at the high school level.
No.
And that's a 4 for 16 for a net of 9 yards. Bobeck, low snap. He'll get it away. Conrad. And that's kind of a weak fair catch effort by Conrad, but the officials will give it to him. If he's going to fair catch that thing, he has to be a little more obvious than that.
Yes.
Because that could be a penalty.
And for his own safety.
And I'm sure special teams coach Greg Shoemaker will point that out at the films next week. But Monroe Central has the ball back. Excellent field position at their own 42-yard line, leading 12-0, 4:27 remaining third period. Dive play, Wilson straight ahead, short yardage, maybe a yard, possibly 2. They'll put him down at the 44-yard line. That's a short 2 on the game. 2nd and 8. Shoemaker out, Kyer in on the line. Shadyside showing a lot of people. Here's a toss to, that's Eric Brown back in the game.
Back.
Nice pickup of 3, almost 4 yards. Bring up third down and about 4. You'd like to get a first down, be able to take some more time off the clock. With a 2-touchdown lead, time is definitely in our favor, but it's still way too early to completely sit on things. Brown in motion. We have a whistle and had movement prior to the snap. That's going to cost Monroe Central 5 yards for a false start. And that is the signal from the officials. So instead of 3rd and 4, it's going to be in 3rd and 9. Just the second Monroe Central penalty, I believe, of the night. Third down, 9. Line of scrimmage, about the 42-yard line. And that's a long 9. 3rd and long before was the bomb from George to Conrad. We'll see what we have here. George wants to throw, has some pressure, tries to get outside, and nothing going.
Nothing going.
He's going to lose some yardage back to the 40-yard line, bring up a punt situation.
Just over 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. The delay making it seem like a long quarter, but
I look at my watch now and see that we're still 2 minutes remaining in the third period, and it's already well past 10:30 at night. Now, it'll not take nearly as long to watch this game on TV on Saturday morning.
No.
There's the snap. Gordon's kick, high, not real deep. No fair catch. Onley try to get to the outside, breaks a couple tackles near midfield before he's finally brought down by Zach Fronapple. Only about 25 yards from scrimmage, and a nice return to the 49-yard line. Shadyside, real good field position now at their own 49-yard line. And we'll see what they do, as they have went to the running game very, very few times here since the first quarter.
Which kind of surprises me a little bit. I would think they'd go back to that running. The passing has not been real good to them.
There's Kernick. He wants to throw. And it's a draw play. Nice execution as number 45, Glasser. He'll get about 9 yards. Excellent fake by Kernick and Glasser.
I believe he may have been tripped up there as he came through, possibly Shoemaker.
But a good call from Shadyside standpoint, the fact they've thrown the ball so much, and really they've been pretty effective running the ball.
Yes, they have.
Second down, a yard. Now Kernick will throw. Quick out, incomplete once again. Amato, the intended receiver. Kernick took a tremendous hit from Aaron Cease as he delivered the ball. And hits like that will take their toll as the game wears on. He had no idea anybody was coming from the backside. The next time he goes back there,
he'll
be thinking about it, and it may make him deliver that ball that much quicker. But again, what looked to be a catchable ball that was off the hands of a Shadyside receiver. Third and a yard. Van Dyne flagged down. He'll have the first down, but hold on.
Flag in the backfield.
Illegal motion, Tigers. That play will not count and cost Shadyside yardage, which will make it 3rd and 6. Just the third Shadyside penalty of the night. Monroe Central has 2. But the ball flag come down real quick, and you had to feel it was probably on the offense. And by the back, or the referee behind the line of scrimmage. He's trying to get the clock to start now, and the clock operator very late starting the clock. 3rd and 6. This may put Shadyside back in a passing situation. Bobeck, a wide right. Onley to the left. Kernick to throw. He's got pressure. Screen pass intended for Glasser, but that is Thief and Shoemaker.
Yes.
They had tremendous pressure on. And another 4th down for the Tigers. They'll bring a punt team onto the field. You let the people come on a screen pass and that, but I don't think they really wanted them to come that quickly. Cease and Shoemaker forcing Kernick to lob it a little farther than he wanted to. Incomplete. Brown and Conrad deep about their own 10 to 15-yard line, waiting for Bobeck's punt. It's a high kick. Eric Brown's going to get a chance, and he'll fair catch it at about the 15-yard line. And with 28 seconds remaining in the third quarter, that's when Monroe Central will begin. Still leading 12-0. Right there's something, Dale, I think you're going to see a lot of as the weeks go. Adam Conrad has shown a couple nice returns, and Eric Brown may get some more opportunities back there.
Chance, yes.
And probably a wise move there to fair catch it. You definitely want to catch the ball as opposed to let it hit the ground, because that's going to roll dead probably down near the goal line. So good job by Eric coming up, fair catching, and making the grab. 15-yard line, pretty close to that pole again, I believe, Dale.
One play, and we should be away from the pole, hopefully. Fake.
George wants to go deep again, and overthrown. Intended for Conrad. We're going to need another play before we get away from that pole.
In case you didn't see that, that was a pass play. She was right into the pole.
Joris now 4 of 8 passing, 1 touchdown, and over 100 yards.
Still 23 seconds.
Second down and 10. We'll have some movement and a flag, and everything's behind the pole, so we'll wait for official Butch Minkemeyer to give the signal. False start, the legal procedure, Monroe Central. Make it 2nd and 15. Defensive people are allowed to jump around all they want as long as they don't get into that neutral zone, and that must have been the case. The jumping by the defense. We've played 3, and a long third period it was. Monroe Central 12, Shadyside nothing.
You have a 12-0 advantage. Little battery problem right there before the half or the third quarter ending, and a lot of pole problems.
3rd down and 8, as I like that last call. They get about half of the yardage. Pitch Stevens to the right. He'll be hit from behind and brought down short of the first down by number 54. That would be Sean Grinch, a name we've called a lot defensively. Stevens will get from the 19 out to about the 21. That'll bring up 4th down. Gabe Gordon once again will punt. Dunsmore and Onley back for Shadyside. Tigers should get decent field position. And it's a good snap, but Gordon bobbles it, but he'll get it off. Not a great kick toward the sideline and out of bounds. Shadyside's going to have excellent field position. The timing was thrown off there by the bobbled snap. Gordon maybe rushing it a little more than he had to. The Tigers will now put the ball in play somewhere near the Monroe Central 36-yard line. You got to give a lot of credit to these Seminole fans on a long night with a long delay. They have hung in like troopers.
Certainly have. Certainly have.
But Shadyside still looking to get on the board. Good field position at the Monroe Central 36-yard line. Koenig wants to throw it as usual. Screen.
Low.
A little flat pass, make it for Van Dyke. Not well thrown and incomplete.
And it looked like Van Dyke was open, so I don't know. But their passing has not been real crisp this evening.
And I'll be honest with you, there's been some cases where it looks like there's people been open, and Koenig has just not done a real good job of delivering the ball to his intended receivers, and has had a couple balls dropped, and has been under pressure a couple times. Seminole defensive backs have done a nice job. 2nd and 10. And to no one's surprise, Koenig drops the throw. He wanted to hand it off, and now he's going to be drilled. Shoemaker, Jones, and someone else were right there. But it's going to be a loss.
Randall Seifert, I believe, number 70.
5-yard loss. That was going to be a draw play, but the pressure was there so quickly that it was never able to happen. And the Tigers are probably fortunate that there was not a fumble. A wet ball. It looked like Koenig had a hold of it in one hand. But now 3rd down and 15. Koenig to throw. Going deep. Has a man, complete. And he's going to step away from the tackler and get to the end zone. Number 44, Beltrando And that's a 41-yard touchdown play. I guess you're going to go to the well so many times. And as good as things have been, one big play, and that kind of cancels things out.
And we had defenders right there. Just he got the ball in. Beltrando did a nice job, and they have a score here.
Bobick, out of a hold of Beltrando, will try the extra point. Looks good.
It's good.
Is good.
And how quickly the whole complexion of a game can change.
Well, just how big that touchdown play from Joris to Conrad was there with about 5 minutes left in the third quarter. And once again, it's a one-touchdown game, and the pressure's going to be on. Now one for the offense to maintain possession for a while, and then you know Shadyside's going to have a couple more opportunities. There's still 10-13 on the clock.
Yeah, still lots and lots of time. The stands across in the home bleachers look quite sparse. I don't believe that there's been that many visitors leave.
A lot of home people seem to bail out.
Yeah, I guess that stands to reason. If you're close home, it's a lot easier to bail out the home.
Conrad will be deep along with Brown and Cease. A nice return would surely be nice here to offset that touchdown, because the field position really puts Shadyside in good situation. So you'd like to get a little bit of yardage here and turn that field around. We'll see how he kicks it if he tries to stay away from Conrad. Boback kicks down the middle of the field and to the right, and Brownie will take it. Eric Brown at the 10. He's across the 25 to the 30. He's the 40. He's still his feet to 45, 50. Hey, we'll take that.
That was a nice return by Brownie.
Eric Brown taking the ball in the 10, bringing it out across midfield to the 45-yard line, I believe. So that's going to be about a 45-yard return. Now they'll put it down about the 48-yard line, but a 42-yard return by Eric Brown. And that kind of turns that field position around. Now if the offense can do a job and get some yardage.
Yes. Use some clock, get some yardage, hopefully go in for a score here.
10:03 on the clock. We're in the fourth quarter, 12-7, Monroe Central. Joris wants to throw. It's a quick out. Conrad off his hands, incomplete. And he may have just tried to run before he had it. The dangerous thing there, when that ball deflects off the receiver's hand and stays in the air.
Somebody,
and that's
picking it up.
What was meant to be a safe pass almost became dangerous. 2nd and 10. Fake to Stevens. Joris wants to throw. He's pressured. Gets rid of it downfield for Jones, incomplete. And a flag down. And that's an area that you normally think holding. And that is the call. Decision by Coach Ty Fleming and the Tigers. Whether you take the play, that's 10 yards from the spot. They'll probably take the play since it was 5 yards behind, and they will step off 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which is going to put the ball all the way back at the 35-yard line.
Going in the wrong direction here. 9:52.
And that's going to be
2nd and forever.
About 26 yards to go on 2nd down. But hopefully the extra down can be to our benefit. You can get you don't have to get it all back on one play. It is only 2nd down. Joris in the shotgun. He wants to throw. He has some pressure. And he's going to be sacked. And momentum has definitely swung to the Shadyside area. And that's a play I think in the future, you know, Michael, as soon as he gets some more experience, is going to be able to get that ball out of bounds and not take that long loss. And now it is 3rd down and a whole bunch. Monroe Central will need to get into Shadyside territory at the 38-yard line. It's about 37 yards to go for a first down. 3rd down. They'll run the fullback. Stevens gets short gain.
Very, very little. Putting a lot of pressure on the defense there to step up again.
Matter of fact, there is no gain on the play. Once again, we're going to leave it in the hands of our defense, but the penalty and the sack really turned that field position.
Yeah.
It looked to be the Monroe Central advantage back to a Shadyside advantage. Clock is running, 8.5 minutes remaining in the game. This will be time for a good punt by Gabe Gordon. Snap is good. The kick is away. It's a short, wobbly kick and will hit near the Shadyside out of bounds line. And
47.
Shadyside is going to have excellent field position at about the 43-yard line. And we had a flag down. I did not see the flag. A holding call on Monroe Central. And Shadyside will see if they opt to take the ball at the 43-yard line or force the re-kick. I believe they will force a re-kick. We have not had a signal yet. And we're waiting for the officials to step off the penalty. 5th Monroe Central penalty. And that's going to back the ball all the way up to the 13-yard line. And definitely a change of field position with the 2 penalties and the sack. Gordon at his own goal line. Snap is down. Gets it away. And again, it's off the side of the foot near the sideline. It's going to hit and roll. And
pretty close.
And really the roll helped. And Shadyside is going to get the ball just about where they would have had it if not for the penalty. But still excellent Shadyside field position at the 44-yard line in Monroe Central territory. 12-7 game. Pressure on the defense. The defense has done a great job with the exception of the last pass play for the Shadyside touchdown a couple of moments ago. And we'll see if Shadyside continues to go to the air. They'll give it to an up back. A big gain. That's Glasser, the fullback.
Glasser.
He's going to have about 9 yards. Second down and 1. A whistle, and we're going to get a timeout. Monroe Central. 7:46 remaining in the game. Monroe Central 12, Shadyside 7. Shadyside was 2nd and 1 at the Monroe Central 35-yard line. 2 receivers wide right. Koenig may be checking off at the line. He's going to give to his up back Glasser. He's going to have a first down. He's going to be at the 31-yard line. Pickup of 4. Clock running now. 7:35 remaining in the game. Monroe Central defense with the pressure on need to make a play. Ball on the 31-yard line, 1st and 10, Shadyside. They'll hand off to the back Glasser once again, and some running room. He's near the 25-yard line. So all of a sudden, Shadyside has went back to that running attack that was pretty good early.
Yep, you keep thinking now if they just pass it.
About 5 yards by Glasser, who has become the workhorse. Well, if you could make a defensive stand here, then the clock definitely becomes your ally. Second down, 5. They'll give to Glasser again. He tries to bounce outside. He's on the far sideline. He may be near, and he does have another Shadyside first down.
Inside the 20-yard line.
They'll put him down near the 17-yard line.
6 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in this ball game, and nursing a 5-point lead.
Shadyside has come out renewed in this fourth quarter, moving the ball almost at will because they've had great field position. They'll give it to Glasser again. Again, he gets outside. This time, not much. He goes out of bounds on the far side. Kilburn, I think, among the tacklers, but a pickup of a couple of yards. They're going to put him down near the 15-yard line. Second and 8. Play was out of bounds on the far sideline, so the clock is stopped. 6:16 remaining. They'll give to Van Dyke, the tailback. He's going to hammer down inside the 10. He's going to be very near another Shadyside first down. They'll put him at about the 8-yard line. They're going to take a look at this.
Looks to be tremendously close here, 6:09.
A big measurement. First and goal or third and inches. The officials are still looking at it. I don't know if they're trying to decide. Yes, they are going to bring the chains in. Little law in the action there as they were deciding what to do or exactly how they're going to handle things, but they'll put the chains down. First down, Shadyside. Since they took over on this possession, I believe that is 3 first downs, everything on the ground. First and goal at the 7. And if Shadyside does get into the end zone, that's going to leave the Seminoles with very little time to try to do something about it. Koenig gives to Glasser, going to try to bounce outside. He's going to get away from a couple people and go toward the end zone. Touchdown, Shadyside. Kurt Glasser, who's become the man, goes into the end zone.
At 5:47.
Shadyside now leading 13-12, extra point placement from Bobeck upcoming. And Shadyside will spend a timeout. I'll be honest with you, Dale, in this situation, Shadyside has to go for 2. It does them no good to kick the point. They have to go for 2 because it doesn't matter if you're up 1 or up 2.
Yeah.
But up 3 gives them a benefit. So maybe somebody on that far side realized that. So we'll see what happens when they come back from the timeout. And as we guessed off the timeout, Shadyside will go for 2. Koenig drops, wants to throw. He has Van Dyke, incomplete.
And incomplete.
So, 13-12 is our score. Monroe Central with enough time. But
Yeah, there's
really,
plenty of time left, 5:47.
with the exception of the big pass play there midway in the third quarter from George to Conrad, you know, the offense has not been able to do a lot in this second half. Matter of fact, I do not believe we've had a first down the whole second half. And as we said after the last Shadyside touchdown, get a nice kick return and change field position. which we did, but then a couple of penalties and a sack completely turned that field position towards Shadyside. So, you know, at that standpoint, it's definitely been an advantage Shadyside in this fourth quarter. And field position is oh so big.
Yes, it is.
But as we said, 5 minutes, 47 seconds remaining. Too early to panic, but yet you need to make something happen on this possession, because if you give it up here, you may not get it back. Monroe Central will have 2 timeouts remaining.
We have a couple of changes, well, at least one change. Jones is back.
He is replacing Brown, who is again on the sideline with an injury.
Along with Cease and Conrad.
High kick. Aaron Cease will get a chance. About the 15-yard line. And he's going to run out of real estate about the 25-yard line. He tried to get to the wall on this left side. That's a case where you have a left return set up and the kick is over to your right. You have a long way to go to try to get to the wall. So not real good field position for Monroe Central as they'll start on their own 26-yard line, 27-yard line. And you don't want to try to get it all back in one big play.
No, they just need to grind some yardage here, get a first down.
Conrad splits to the right. They're giving him a lot of cushion on that right side. George looks that way. He hits Conrad. He'll sidestep a couple people and gets up to about the 33-yard line. We have a Shadyside player down. 7-yard pickup. Even with the long delays and everything that we've had tonight on a very warm, humid night, you worry about cramps in a time like this.
The player was number 54.
Sean Grinch, who's been a defensive standout for Shadyside tonight. And he'll leave for at least one play. The pickup on the pass play to Conrad was 7 yards, second down and 3 from the 33-yard line. Clock will run 5:20. Dive Jones, he'll be hit and hit a second time and dropped. No gain.
Just like they've got radar on Jones.
Mike Kernick and Brandon Holmes up making the play. Jones will lose a yard. Third and 3, and you got to get this first down. They'll not give Conrad quite so much room as he goes split to the left. George wants to throw. He's scrambling.
A lot of pressure.
He throws across the middle. Complete.
21, Adam Conrad. Adam Conrad stepped up right in the middle of that double coverage and pulled it down. Nice throw, Michael Joris.
It looked like maybe Michael was going to have some running room, but then that sealed off rather quickly.
Very quickly.
Was able to get the ball to Conrad downfield for a 23-yard pickup. Now in Shadyside territory at the 44-yard line, and a big first down keeps possession for you. 4-10.
Yes, 4-10.
Jones, and again, offensive line missing some blocks or something. It looks a lot like last week because Shadyside shooting some people through there. Grinch back in the game and in on that tackle. A loss of about 4. It's kind of funny, you stand here, and before when we were throwing the ball a lot, everybody was complaining because we were throwing it. Now they're complaining because we're running it. The bottom line is they're complaining because we're not gaining yardage.
Yes. And the score is the opposite direction, the wrong way.
And we're going to get a whistle and officials timeout. They're going to change footballs.
He didn't like that one.
And probably a good idea if it was a little wet, especially if you have a pass play called. Third and 13. Shotgun. Little slow snap. George does a good job. Goes down the middle. Overthrown. Looking for Preston Kilburn and just could not get there.
Right idea. He did have a seam. 3:07. Third and 13.
And you're to the position, I'm sure, that is two opportunities to get this 13 yards this late in the game. Joris, they're going to try the reverse. Conrad going to flick it back to Joris. Nobody there. Now he's going to force it down the middle.
Yeah.
Complete. And that may be a first down.
Wilson.
Not exactly the way it was drawn up.
Not exactly. Christopher Wilson coming back to the ball, and Joris seeing him. The big point here, it is a first down. We're cooking 2:54. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, you know.
But it's another first down. Seminoles at the 31-yard line. And there's that pole again.
Swing the ball out.
On the flat to Stevens. And
not much.
He's going to lose yardage. And it's going to lose probably a couple yards. Maybe more than that. Back to the 34-yard line. We were in that 13 yards to go before we were able to come up with something to get us the first down. Joris in the shotgun once again. Again, some pressure across the middle.
Oh.
And incomplete.
Incomplete. In and out of the hand of Conrad.
Third down. But more than that, they need a first down. And more than a first down, they need a touchdown.
They need a touchdown.
They'll
flag. And again behind the pole, so at least we didn't have a big touchdown scoring pass that we missed.
And here's
good or bad.
Here's the ball game, Dale. 4th and 13. Monroe Central's going to spend a timeout with 1:44 on the clock. You got to be sure this may be your last chance.
Yeah, because I don't think Shadyside, you know, if they have their way, they're going to give the ball back once we give it up here in this one play. A lot of pressure on a young team. You know, we asked them to play defense, and we kind of got burnt the last time through.
And there's some different things that become disappointing on this. You know, for starters, you know, so much better all-around game.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
To this point in time, no turnovers, but just a little inconsistent offensively, but you know, 2 touchdowns. And until the 4th quarter, Shadyside not able to get much going. Then they got one good pass play. They got to the end zone. And then the change of field position gave them another good opportunity. And then at 13-12, we have to point out the failure to convert the point after touchdown after both Monroe Central touchdowns hurts.
Yep. Penalties and mistakes always hurt you. And that, definitely has been the case this evening.
And that's a fear with a young team. It doesn't make it any easier.
No.
But as long as there's still time on that clock, we're not going to give up. 3 receivers. And we're going to get another timeout. And that will be their final timeout. So even more so, if this does not get you more than 13 yards, you're not going to see the ball anymore.
Yeah.
All right, here's your ball game. 4th down and 13 from the 34-yard line. 13-12 Shadyside. Trips with Wilson, Conrad, and Jones wide left. Joris in the shotgun, wants to throw, got some pressure, steps out, and
he's going down.
Tries to get rid of it, and it's an incomplete pass, but it really didn't matter. And I'm afraid that things don't look too good. With just 1:37 remaining, Shadyside will take over on the 34-yard line, and all they're going to have to do is take a knee a couple or 3 times. And as I said before that last time out, this is a disappointing one.
Yeah, this definitely is.
We knew that last week was going to be a chore, but this is one you thought you had a shot at, and it's been a long time since Shadyside's been 2-0. I believe that I heard Lance and Coach talk Thursday night. 1989 was the last time that Shadyside posted a win.
I believe that's what he said.
The interesting thing about the 1989 season, a lot of sophomores in the lineup, they started 0-3, won 6 in a row, lost to Bellsville to finish 6-4. When those sophomores were seniors, they were 10-0 and in the second round of the playoffs. Probably Koenig straight ahead, and it was 2 or 3 yards. Clock running, and there's not a thing Monroe Central can do about it. And let's give the Shadyside team some credit. Down 12-0 going into the 4th quarter. They didn't quit.
Changed things on the scoring surge. Been passing the ball, ran the ball, and did very effectively. Yeah, you got to give them a lot of credit.
They'll let the time run down, and then Koenig will once again just fall forward. Next week, and as a matter of fact, the next 2 weeks, back on the home turf, River Pilots. And we're going to stoppage of play. I'm not sure why. But as I started to say, River and the Pilots are probably going to be 2-0, as they had a very weak Allegheny Academy team tonight. And then 2 weeks from tonight, will be homecoming against the Caldwell Redskins. So hopefully that things will turn around. And again, improvements were seen. It's a disappointing loss. A few more improvements next week. You're going to like the result.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of the young kids keeping their heads in there and the good Monroe Central fans staying behind them. I'm sure people have got a lot of reasons why this one didn't work out tonight, but the bottom line is it didn't.
It didn't.
And,
and
everybody gets better.
13-12 loss. The kids, you can't fault the kids. They played hard. We've got some kids who are doing some tremendous things. We got some others who, need some time to come along. And as you said, Coach, next week is a Channel 9 game. River Pilots into town. That is a WTOV 9 game. And, Joe's selling sponsorships on that now.